Everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 6 math. You can find all the lessons on a+students.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 6 math, and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter consumer math. The lessons we're going to cover today are unit prices with customary unit conversions, persons calculate text, tip, markup, and more, unit prices which is the best buy, and unit prices with fractions and decimals. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Here we have that. Here I'm on grade 6 math. Chapter we are on right now is consumer math. Let's just start with the first lesson. That is unit prices with customary unit conversions. Let's just start with the first lesson. A 2 yard piece of twine costs $17.34. What is the price per foot? So here you have 2 yard and here you have price per foot. So you need to calculate the price in feet. The first thing is you have 2 yards. You need to convert from 2 yards to price per foot. So 2 times 3 is 6. So $17.34 divided by 6 equals $2.89. Let's just start with the test questions. A 3 quart carton of ice cream costs $22.08. What is the price per cup? So the basic thing is you need to convert from quart to cup. So we have to see 1 quart equal how many cups? 1 quart equal 4 cups, right? So 1 quart equal 4 cups. So then you have to do 3 quarts equal 3 times 4. That is 12 cup because you need to calculate is per cup. So 3 quart means we have 12 cups. So divide 22.08 by 12, then you can have the cost per cup. 22.08 divided by 12. That is $1.84. That means the price per cup is $1.84. Option number one is the correct option. Which is the better buy? 3-yard roll of wrapping paper for $11.97 and 8-foot roll of wrapping paper for $12.96. So you need to calculate it. You need to see which one is a better buy. So to see which one is a better buy, you need to calculate the price of one 3-yard and 8-foot. So you need to calculate either in yards or either in feet, either in foot. So first thing you have to convert here is from yards to foot. So 1 yard equal how many feet? 1 yard equal 3 feet, right? You can compare them. You cannot compare them until they are in the same units, right? So the first is convert them into same unit. That is 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9 feet. So then calculate the price of 1 feet. So 11.97 divided by 11.97 divided by 12 is 0.99. You have to do 11.97 divided by 12 divided by 9 because you need to calculate the answer per feet. So that is 0.99. Now here you have already 8 feet. So calculate the price per feet, that is 12.96 divided by 8. So 12.96 divided by 8 is 1.62. So which is the better buy? The one with the less price is always the better buy. So the correct option is 0.99, like option number 1 is the correct option. The 3-yard rule of wrapping paper for 11.97 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. A 2-gallon bottle of bleach costs $9.68. What is the price per quart? You first thing you need to convert from gallons to quart, right? Because you need to find the value per quart. So convert those gallons to quart. So 1 quart equal how many gallons? Sorry, 1 gallon equal how many quarts? 1 gallon equal 4 quarts. One gallon equal 4 quarts. So 2 gallons equal 2 times 4 equal 8 quarts. So just divide it by the 8. 9.68 divided by 8 equals 9.68 divided by 8, that is $1.21. So option number 2 is the correct option, that is $1.21. Option number 2 is the correct option. A 2-gallon batter of Bottle of fabric softener costs $16.96. What is the price per cup? So you have to convert from gallons to cup. So 1 gallon equal how many cups? 1 gallon equal 4 cups. So 2 times 4 is 8 cups. So 16.96 divided by 8. 16.96 divided by 8 is 1 gallon. No, sorry. 1 gallon, 2 cups. 1 gallon equals 16 cups. So 16 times 2 is 32. You need to divide it by the 32. That is 16.96 divided by 32. That is $0.53. So that means the price per cup is $0.53. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself here today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is percent calculate text rate markup and more. Let's just start with the lesson. Let's start with the first example. Ezra earns 20% commission as a salesperson. He sold a crystal vase that cost $68. How much commission did Ezra earn? So the commission rate is 20%, right? So 20% of $68 is the commission. So just calculate 20% of 68. So 20% of 68 is $13.6. So Ezra earned $13.6 in commission. Let's just start with the test questions. Nicole's bill for brunch at a restaurant was $64. She left a 15% tip. What was the total cost of her brunch, including tip? So let's just calculate 15% tip on $64, right? So I'm going to calculate 15% of 64. So let's just calculate 15% of 64. So that is 64 times 15 divided by 100. That is $9.6. So the total cost, including the tip, is the cost is $64. The tip is 9.6. So just add 9.6 plus 64 is 73.6. Option number 1 is the correct option. 73.6 it is including the tip. Ben bought a blender online. It cost $26 plus 25% shipping and handling. What was the total cost? 25% shipping on 26. 26 times 25%, right? So 25, that is 0.25 times 26. That is 6.5. So the shipping is 6.5 and the total cost is $26. That is the cost and plus 6.5. So 32.50 it is. The correct option is 32.50. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is true. 32.50. Option 2 is the correct option. Duke's bill for dinner at a restaurant was $64. He left an 18% tip. What was the total cost of his dinner including tip? Just calculate 18% of 64. So 64 times 1800. 64 times 0.18. That is 11.52. So just add the tip to the cost. So the dinner bill is 64 and 11.52. So that is 75.52. Option number 2 is the correct option. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 75.52. Jennifer buys a swimsuit price $21. If the sale tax is $10, what is the total cost including tax? Jennifer buys a swimsuit for $21, priced at $21. The sales tax is 10%. So just calculate a 10% of 21, right? So 20, no, 10% of 21. 21 times 10 over 100. So that is 21 times 10 over 100. That is 2.1. So 21 plus 2.1 is 23.1. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is $23.10. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is unit prices. What is the better buy? A 5 pack of jump ropes cost $9.05. What is the unit price? So 9.05 divided by 5 is $1.81. So that means the unit price is $1.81 per jump rope. Let's just start with the test questions. A 6 pack of magnets costs $3.36. What is the unit price? Unit price means you need to calculate the price of one magnet. So you need to divide 3.36 divided by 6. So let's just divide 3.36 divided by 6 equals 0.56. Option number 1 is the correct option, that is 0.56. Option number 1 is the correct option. A 4 kilogram bag of flour costs $7.36. What is the unit price? Is $1.84. Option number 1 is the correct option. Pack of ice cream bars cost $0.66. What is the unit price? So which is the correct option? That is $0.33. Option number 2 is the correct. Option number 3 is the correct option. A 4 pack of dish towels cost $6.8. What is the unit price? So which is the correct option? That is $1.71. Option number one is the correct option. You need to divide 6.84 divided by 4. That is $1.71. A 9-meter roll of string costs $3.424. What is the unit price? 3.24 divided by 9, that is $0.36. Option number one, two is the correct option. That is $0.36. Option number two is the correct option. Eight pack of popsicles cost $4.72. What is the unit price, which is the correct option? 0.59. Option number two is the correct option. A four pack of t-shirt costs $12.84. What is the unit price? 12.84 divided by 4 is which is the correct option? 12.84 divided by 4. That is 3.21 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself. Today, let me just move on to the next lesson. You guys are here to learn, so please focus on the learning, not on the chit chat. You have to answer the questions I'm asking. If you're not answering the question, then no chatting. The next lesson is unit prices with fractions and decimals. Let's just start with the test question so that we can do more questions. Tisha purchased 3/10 of a kilogram of felt scrap. What was the total cost? So felt scrap is for $5 per kilogram. She bought 3 by 10. So you need to calculate 5 times 3 by 10. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 divided by 10 is $1.50. So that means $1.50. Option number 3 is the correct option. That is $1.50. Kate wants to buy 7 by 10 of a kilogram of sunflower seed butter. How much will how much will she spend? 7 by 10 of 3. 7 by 10 times 3. 21 over 10, that is 2.1. Option number 2 is the correct option, that is $2.10. Mary bought 3/5 of a pound of green tea. How much did she spend? So 3/5 of green tea. Green tea is $4. So that means you have to do 3 by 5 times 4. 4 times 3 is 12. And 12 divided by 5 is 5 times 2 is 10 and 5 times 4 is 20. That is 2.4. Option number 3 is the correct option. That is $2.4. Zoe wants to buy 4 whole 3 by 4 pounds of turkey. How much will she spend? So 4 whole 3 by 4 she wants to buy, and the total cost is $4. So 4 times 4 is 16, 17, 18, 19 over 20 times 4. 4 and 4 cancel out. That means the cost is $19. Option number 1 is the correct option. The cost is $19. Option 1 is the correct option. Angie buy 22.4 kilograms of Alfredo sauce. How much does she spend? So 1.2.4 kilograms she need to buy. So the price of the Alfredo cost is 3. We have to do 3 times 2.4. 3 times 4 is 12. 2 is 6 and 1 7. So that is 7.2. She can buy it for the $7.2. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is $7.20. Mario went to the store and bought zero point 0.9 pounds of blue paper scrap. What did she spend? 0.9 times 11. That is $9.9. Option number 4 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, we grade 6 math, the chapter we were working on is unit prices with customary unit conversions, persons, calculate tax, take markup, and more. Unit prices, which is the better by unit prices with fractions and decimals. So please make sure before the next session we can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you, or either you can write down the question in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So you can please write down the questions in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So any questions? Any questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.